Hey there, Sart here. I just figured I would share my experiences with this current Clash of Wills event against Morturrim. Bit of a beefy one, but I found a couple of teams that have helped me take this one down pretty easily. I don't want to talk too much about it. I've done a lot of work on the brave-exvius forums. I created this little guide. Just kind of pulling information from everywhere I could find it. You know, a bit of my own research just from fighting this thing all weekend, plus some stuff from the wiki. I pulled some of that stuff off there just to share with folks on the forum. And I just kind of compiled everything I could on the brave-exvius forums there. So if you really want to dig into it, especially like my turn-by-turn strategies for the two teams that I'm going to show here, as well as some other tips and things like that, I've included the link below in the comments. So just click on that and that'll take you straight to that post. Also, I can't recommend enough that using Sieghard's FFBE builder, one of the most amazing tools for building your teams in brave-exvius. If you're not using this already, you need to use it. Just FFBEequip.com, and you can even log in, put in you know, connect it to your account so it has all your gear and everything in it already. Really handy tool. Please use it. Alright, so now let's get into this a little bit. So I am not going to do level 99. Even the top whales aren't doing level 99. I'm sticking with level 81. That's what I did with Kairos. Worked out fine for me. I'm going to do 240% bonus. That just seems to be the sweet spot for me right now. Most of the whales are actually going only 210%. That way they can hit the damage cap, but I can't come anywhere close to the damage cap, so actually 240 is better for me. Here's my team. This is what I'm working with. At least this was my initial high score run. I also use this team for the initial level 99 clear. So of course we've got original Gangsta Lightning here. She's not really doing much damage. She's really only here for the gun in peril. If I had Louise, I would use her, but until I get Louise, Lightning is going to be always on my Clash of Wills team for that gun in peril, because that is huge for increasing the damage on units like Skye and the new Neovision Lara Croft, which I acquired and I'm going to be using here. Here's my Skye build. I don't care about the normal form. I'm going to be having her in Brave Shift pretty much the whole time. Black Sparky build, so you need the equipped gun materia. And then other than that, just stacking her up with killers and LB damage. The vision card here is a Divertease card, which gives you 50% LB damage to any FFBE unit. Very handy for Skye here in this particular case. Sieghard is going to be the provoke tank. You notice he's got a lot of elemental resists, 250% approximately to fire, earth, and dark. Sieghard comes with a lot of innate earth resist, so that makes him pretty good for this one. He's got 100% passive provoke. You do need to give him a bit of evasion. Everybody on the team needs at least 50% evasion. Skye can reduce accuracy by 50%, so you only need 50% evasion, but everybody needs it in order to essentially negate all the damage here. Alright. And then of course Neovision Lara Croft. She's bringing the big guns. In her normal form, I just gave her some little trinkets here that will increase her or refresh her HP and MP every turn. That helps with building the morale gauge. Future Emperor, that was something from last Clash of Wills, but also useful here because it helps with the MP refresh, which also increases morale. In the Brave Shift form, all damage, indestructible light for the 6x cap, 250% killers to both Stone and Reaper. You don't have to worry about limit burst damage on this one because she's going to be using her morale ability, volatile ammunition, so you don't have to worry about LB damage or anything like that here. Aerith is purely here for the fire imbue. Having it on demand is really handy for this because Morturrim will do some dispels on the team, especially once you're below 49%. He dispels pretty much every turn. She also has good buffs, the limit burst buffs and stat buffs and all that. Cressnik is definitely the VIP here, the king of morale building. I mean, It's insane how quickly you can build the morale gauge with this guy. I've noticed this cool little trick on another video that Sensor put up, where you can actually make him counterattack with his normal attack, and his normal attack removes zombie and increases LB gauge by 10. And so, you know, some turns he gets hit, you know, 6 to 8 times, and that will completely fill everyone's limit burst gauge, as well as removing zombie, which is really handy. All right, so this is the team. Let's get in there and see what kind of damage we can do here. Alright, so that team is pretty much invincible. I could go as long as I wanted, never have to worry about dying. This next team, however, I decided to be played a little risky. I picked up my first and only Ling out of the Obnixus Shard drop box. So I figured, hey, let's give her a try. So I only had enough shards to get her to EX +1. I also just recently pulled an Ygni, got him to EX +1. I did a couple of pulls on that shard banner to get Skye up to EX +3. So I figured, hey, let's see what we can do. All right, so again, same thing, level 81. Gonna do 240%. I actually tried a couple of runs at 210 just to see, and I end up doing about 10,000 points lower than I would at the 240%. So for me, that extra 30% bonus really pays off. Pretty much everyone's the same here. The only units that get switched out are going to be Ling is going to replace Aerith, and Ygni is going to replace Sieghard. So everyone else pretty much stays the same. Lightning still just here for the gun imperil really, and for chaining. Again, we've got Skye here. You see her attack bumped up about 200, which was pretty nice by going to EX +3. Same black Sparky build, just going with as much killers, LB damage as we can stack in there. Nothing else has changed in her build from the previous clear. Alright, still 275, 300, and 280 on the Stone, Reaper, and LB percentages there. Alright, Ygni. So he's going to be the provoke unit in the normal form, so I had to give him as much provoke and evasion gear as I could, while also keeping his fire and dark resist up. I gave him reflect ring because all the earth damage is reflectable, so that negates all the earth damage. So I only have to worry about fire and dark, which luckily he has some innate resistances there. Alright, so he's going to be provoke in the normal form, and then he I went ahead and gave him 100% evasion too, just to be safe. You never know, right? And in his Brave Shift form, I did as best as I could. I don't have his STMR. I'm not going to waste a Moogle on it just for this, because I'm not a tryhard really. And so gave him the best gear that I had. His killers, I think, are at 125 and 100% on the Reaper killer there. So yeah, best I could do. Lara, exact same build as the previous one, nothing special, normal form, just a few things to help build some morale. Her normal form limit burst actually does a flat 3% morale boost. That's why I like to use her normal form LB the first 3 turns as much as I can, because that also helps build morale. Again, Brave Shift form, full on damage, as much Reaper and Stone Killer as I can get in there, 250 to both. Indestructible Light for the 6x chain cap, and that's all you have to worry about. Alright, don't have to worry about LB damage here. Ling, alright, in her normal form, not really too worried about it. Dragon's Brush and Call of the Wild to make sure she has enough LB to use the Phoenix Imbue, the Fire Imbue, in her base shift form. And then base shift form, as much attack and killers as I could stuff in there. She doesn't have any morale gauge type damage skills, but she does have that one-hit finisher that you can use 3 times. You'll see she does about, I don't know, 150 million damage. Not a whole lot, but every little bit counts, I guess, huh? Cressnik's the exact same build, except I gave him Arrhenius Ring, and I made sure to give him Anima Esper with Darkga and Osmose on there. That's really important because he's going to be chaining with Ygni on turn 5 on our big burst turn, and so he's going to need Osmose and Darkga to make sure to chain properly with them, because Ygni is actually going to use his Dark Imbue before he starts chaining, so that's his first action. And so Cressnik will do the Osmose as his first action, followed up by 3 casts of Darkga. Alright, you'll see how it works in just a minute. So this is the team, the Suicide Squad. Let's get in there. Alright, well thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. If you're wondering what's going on in the wonderful world of Esther, don't worry. The final episode of The Last Guardian, the final chapter in Esther's story, will be coming pretty soon. I'll be releasing a little something just to whet the palate in the next week or so, and then hopefully the final episode will drop a week or so after that. So be on the lookout for that. Again, really appreciate your support. Thank you guys. Have fun with this event. Don't stress about it. Don't stress about, trying to get the top score. Just have fun, guys. And we'll see you on the other side.